Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any of our platforms. Please reach out to me directly. I am tmosso@thewatchbox.com for pricing. Today we are discussing a lovely 140-piece limited edition in TPT carbon and rose gold. This is the Richard Mille RM 33-02, a 2019 limited edition based on a model family that first debuted back in 2011. So the watch is more compact and, as you will note, a bit thinner than a conventional Richard Mille watch. It is also round as opposed to tonneau shaped, so this is a more elegant take on the Richard Mille aesthetic. It's 41.7 millimeters in diameter, 8.9 millimeters thick, and from lug tip to lug tip, 49.5 millimeters. You can also see that the case back as well as the molding of the strap highly contoured. So this wraps around the wrist nicely. And although it does include some gold, it's a very light watch, principally of carbon, rubber, and sapphire. Throw it on the wrist. My wrist is 16 centimeters in circumference. It's a really nice fit. You can see that the lugs are downturned and fairly stubby, and they don't project over the end of my wrist. In fact, you can see even from over the top, which exaggerates the width of the watch, they're not over the edge of my wrist. In profile, this watch will actually fit easily underneath the cuff, although it has a bit of a sheer side with an overhang. That shouldn't prove to be a problem. This is absolutely an RM you can wear with a suit. The strap is summery, there's no doubt about that. Several different straps available from RM, so if you want to put black on this or a color to change the character of the watch, you absolutely can. The strap, though, is substantial. You can see molded to match the arc of the lugs. It tapers as it moves away from the lugs. There's a little visual extension of the spline screw slot that extends down the strap. It's a matte finish. You can see that there's a bit of a recess in each profile to match the design of the case flank. We have right here a Richard Mille strap in outstanding condition. And we have a double deployant titanium and rose gold clasp with a titanium leaf spring that snaps it shut, and when the time comes to deploy, pops it back open just like that. This is the GNF Chatelain system that you'll see on many high-end watches, among others Richard Mille MB&F. And of course, we have a little bit of design parallelism with some of the design features of the watch, such as the case flank recesses and the spline screws echoed in the buckle itself, which is rose gold. Now you can see the case flanks are rose gold. The bezel, the lugs, and the case back are made by North Thin Ply Technologies, the company that makes this ultra-hard and scratch-resistant TPT carbon for Richard Mille. Now, you really need to think of this as a TPT watch because all of the rose gold elements that might be scratch-prone are on the flank and recessed. So what's going to hit should you knock into a door frame or drywall? It's going to be this TPT surface, which is so hard, it's difficult to scratch it even with a screw or a razor or a set of car keys. So this is a very durable surface. You can see that the spline screws that hold the case together in sandwich fashion, they've been polished on their head, making for a nice gloss contrast with the grain of the carbon. We have a little rubber shoulder for the crown, which features bimetallic coloration. And then we have a dial that has a little chaptering in media blasted rose gold that acts as a rehaut or a visual union between the bezel and then the dial. The dial is a grill made of titanium. You can see it has both black and softly satinated raw metallic elements. We'll do a quick loom shot here. As you can see, an easy watch to read in the dark, no problems. You can also see the movement is visible from the dial side and that it is finished with a sort of industrial chic look. You see the hands at center feature a combination of razor polished outer facets and then satination across their top. Flip it over. The movement here, the RMX P1 Vaucher based, and in fact you can see the Vaucher star and the Vaucher movement model number right below the micro rotor. Automatic winding. You can see it's free sprung for durability against shock. It has variable inertia balance with the adjustments done using weighted masses on the balance rim. 5-position adjustment is the high horology and chronometer standard, so that's exactly what you want to see on a high-end watch. This is all water resistant to 30 meters, so it's not a swimming watch. You don't want to take it swimming. You could see 29 pivot jewels, and most of these pivot jewels, if we get a little bit closer, you could see that they're actually clear sapphires to maintain a more forward-looking technologically oriented aesthetic. It doesn't have synthetic rubies like you might find on some old pocket watch. You can also see that the finish is muted. Satination, media blast, the only real polish being the spline screws and the screws fixing the rotor at center, as well as the mounting bracket on which the rotor and its ceramic ball bearing are spinning. Taking a quick look, everything's been skeletonized. You can see all the bridges as well as the base plate have been opened up, and the wheels likewise. You can see the mainspring barrel has been opened up, allowing you to see the coiled mainspring inside. All of this automatic winding. It's approximately a 45-48 hour power reserve, and it beats away at 21,600 vibrations per hour. And this being an RM, the movement is well braced against shock. If you love this watch, reach out to me. I am Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.